and welcome back to Monetize Your Mind. We're talking today with Lucinda Ruch, and she's here with Bob Baer, the founder of Monetize Your Mind and Seeger Publishing. We are talking about how speakers, authors, but most specifically, book people. What do you want to call that, Bob?
Authors,
writers, publishers, but I mean, there's so many aspects of the
There's
the
a
writing
large group. I think
community.
mostly we're addressing people that want to make connections with that community. So authors and speakers and professionals. I deal a lot with people who are maybe C-level people who are in business, who have a corporation. Maybe they don't have time to write their own book and they're looking for help. They're looking for advice. They're very busy. And it's important when you're a busy person, it's important to have the right connections. It's important to know who to ask the correct questions if you want the right answers. And what I've found is one of the best ways for authors, speakers, celebrities, people who want to make good, strong connections, one of the most important things is to have a professional profile on LinkedIn and know how to use LinkedIn. And our guest, Lucinda, is our expert. She advises us on how we handle ourselves on LinkedIn. And Lucinda, let's dig in a little bit deeper, specifically with authors and speakers, and talk about what are maybe some of the main features that they should know about in LinkedIn that some people don't know about?
Well, one of the newest ones, let's divide up.
Okay.
Let's talk about authors first.
Okay.
One of the things that LinkedIn has out there now is something called projects. And so as you look at an author, a lot of the folks that don't know that this new feature is there, you can read through their profile and you can say, yes, they're an author of X number of books, here's the list of books, here's how you might order a book. But what is even more powerful is to put in the projects. Here's the new books I'm working on. Here's what's coming. Here's the research I'm doing. Here's what would be of interest to me in writing the book if you'd like to participate with me. And potentially you can put, a deadline of when you think you might be published. It's a great way to engage your audience. Therefore, if you're writing something on healthcare, let's say, and someone's reading your profile about healthcare and you're offering a survey or a poll or just an open, I'm collecting information, it's a great way to engage.
See, this is a good example of what Lucinda just said of why it's important to talk to experts. I didn't know that, Lucinda. I don't have anything under projects. I have books I'm working on, and so that's great information for me.
Well, we need to get that out there.
We need to redo it.
And then the other thing is I've worked with several authors, and one of the things is you can put out there. Everyone knows you can put the text out there, right? Mm-hmm. What is it I do? What's my experience? Mm-hmm. What's my background? What builds my credibility? But one of the authors I worked with, she asked me to review her profile. I did. And the thing is I said, oh my gosh, you have nothing on there about all your books. Do you know that you can visually put them out there so people can see it? Some people are visual thinkers. You can write about it. You can put the little URL out there, click, and take them over and have them purchase a book. It's awesome. You can put a video.
Yep.
So if we switch over and talk about speakers, an author might have a video, but a speaker most likely, what speaker out there today doesn't have a video?
Yeah.
They should have.
They should have multiple. But back to projects. A speaker can also put, what is that next big conference you're going to? If you're speaking at a national or global conference, you ought to put in there, this is what I'm working on. It gets attention. And why would I put it out there? Because it's all Google searchable. It's all those search engines. They can search on it and find you. So if someone's searching on a conference they want to go to, your name will pop up to the top because you're saying you've got a project you're working on putting that presentation together on.
Well, can you ask for people to contribute information or research maybe or whatever, and that you'll give them credit in some way, or is it just part of the research?
Well, as part of contributing, definitely yes. As part of contributing, you can engage them, get them following you. You can obviously connect on LinkedIn like we talked about before, and before long you'll start forming affinities. It's starting that following. You talked about building a platform.
Right.
Well, part of building that platform is building your followers, because who buys books? Who buys what you're publicizing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yes. Yes.
Lucinda, what would you say is the main advantage of having a LinkedIn profile and having a website? How does LinkedIn shine over a website?
Ah, perfect. Let's just back up. A normal website, I call it sort of single-surfaced, right? You can put all the information out there, and about the only definition of engage is, will you give me your email address if you want to sign up for my newsletter? Okay, that's sort of the definition. There's a little blogging going on. But if you think about LinkedIn, it's two-way communication. It's taking a look at what's behind that individual, what's in their network, what's in their reputation, how do I ask questions? I mean, it truly is the social engagement in addition to all of the information about each person.
To me, as a publisher, it's really important for authors to have engagement with their readers.
Yes.
Readers are really looking for that engagement. And if you have any plans to write more than one book and you want followers that are anxious and ready to buy your next book,
Yes,
you have to have engagement.
you do.
And that's why LinkedIn is great.
And sometimes some of the best ideas for authoring or writing of articles comes from questions from your audience.
Very good. We'll be right back with more of Monetize Your Mind.
You can become a published author. Discover a system that will lead you from idea to having your book on the bookshelves. Bob Baer pulls back the curtain at the More Power to Publish workshop. Watch and learn how to follow the step-by-step plan to turn your idea into a published book. Learn more at morepowertopublish.com.